Thank you very much. Let's say you have an A-list, a B-list, and a C-list of your contacts, right? So let's say your A-list are the people you talk every day to or every week, you do business with them, you are connected with them, it's also your family, so they're all the people you're very connected. Then there is your B-list. B-list are people you do business with, but you don't talk every day with. Could be a good customer, you talk to them once a month, maybe once a year, right? And then there is your C-list. Your C-list, let's define that as all the people you ever met. So let's say you have a contact database, and let's say you are technological advanced, you have a nice business card scanner, so you put the business card in the scanner and you get it in your computer, so you're very orderly there. And now you have 6,000 people in your database. So what now? Right? I mean, it's like useless. You look at this huge database, so what now? Because the name and the contact is not important to you. Your relationship with this person, that's what is important. Right, so now let's say you would like to be better in touch with more of those people. Let's say there are 300, 400, 500 people, they could be in your C-list, and they would be the people, maybe they like you, maybe they have not bought from you in the past because it was the wrong time or the wrong product or the wrong price at the time. But if you could find a way to be in touch with them, they would buy from you, they would do business with you, they would like to take your services. So how do you manage that you actually can be on their radar when they are ready? Facebook, LinkedIn, and even Twitter is just a very great way and a very sufficient way to monitor those relationships and help those people with, number one, little information, little value what you add, to their life, but secondly also being in touch with those people. And let's say in Facebook you say, oh, nice picture, how are you doing? Let's say you have not talked to a person for a year, and now you have, in 1 second, you made contact again. Honestly, maybe you wouldn't have called the person, maybe you wouldn't have sent the email because it's too much, right? And you don't actually have something to say. If you don't have seen somebody for 2-3 years, now you pick up the phone and say, what do you want? Right? It's like, why are you calling me right now? So, but if you can be in touch, very uninvasive, you can say, hey, nice picture, how's your wife? Or, oh my God, your daughter is cute on this picture. You have done your job, takes you 5 seconds, and you could do this with probably 300, 400 people a week. Now you have really a very large network, and you have better relationships. So, because you wouldn't have called, and you wouldn't have emailed, here's what happened. Let's say you are not in touch. 3 years down the road, you know that exactly this person is the person you need right now, can solve your problem. And you know exactly when you call them now what they're thinking. Yeah, now you call me. 3 years, you didn't call me, no word from you. Now you need something, now you call me, right? Didn't you at this time, you hated that you didn't follow up? But you didn't, right? You didn't have the time, not enough to say for a phone call or for email. So these social networks, to have these short, either Twitter messages or these short messages in Facebook or in LinkedIn, where you watch what's happened with them. I don't know if you know, every time you update your LinkedIn profile, everybody in your network gets the new picture, gets an email with gets a message with your update. They get weekly updates. I go to my updates and I see for 200 people what happened in their life in like 10, 15 minutes or so. And then you see, and somebody, comes out to your mind, and then you can call them or then you can email them. But there is a impulse comes to you instead of everything need to go out from you, right? And that's a big difference to the social media networks. You need to know your audience. You need to find out what price and what product do I bring to what audience so that it all makes sense. That's actually the easy part, because you are passionate about your service, you're passionate about your product, you have people that buy it. So that way, so far, it's all good, right? You try to get, of course, your customers you have already, they're the easiest customer to sell again. If you satisfy them, they come back to you. And this is what's the Coca-Cola effect or what's the Apple effect. The people, they buy the product once and they're in the community, so they keep buying it. And that is what shuts your competition down. So the more important part now becomes, how are you connecting to your customers? How do you create additional value to them? How do you show that you care more than just to sell to somebody, right? Is your customer somebody who buys from you and that's it? Or is your customer somebody who becomes a part of your company, who becomes your evangelist, who becomes your ambassador and talks with other people about your product, right? Nobody says, hey, I bought a BMW, I paid $60,000, I bought a BMW, and now I'm a stupid idiot because I could have also gotten a Kia, right? It would be like $40,000 less. They say, they show their car and they show every detail what they did, and maybe they were a part of the process when they got the car. Maybe they went to Europe and got it there. So BMW made this big deal out of the experience. What are you doing when you get a car? So it's all about what are you doing for your customers and how do you connect to your customers besides interacting with them, selling them, and they're buying something from them. We consulting companies in the first step to find out what is it what you need to do, how do you need to communicate to your customers, and then we come up with strategies. The first strategy is, of course, we need to look at your website if you have one. And a lot of people have a lot of different websites, but we can actually analyze your website. Do you get traffic on there? How long are people staying on your website? Where are they coming? Where are they clicking? I'm able to see the last visitor on your website, where did they go? So I can see click-through reports on your website. This gives you a lot of interesting numbers for what's your ROI on your marketing material and on your advertising. So that's really important first. So when you invest in marketing, when you invest in TV, when you invest in magazine or in radio, as Waven said, if you don't have a website where the traffic can go through, save your money. Because that's the next thing. The advertising, we almost get subconsciously. There's not really a message there. It's just like, hey, I'm here, please look at me. And then people, if they're interested, then they want to go to your website, they want to see more information, and then they might come to you. So it's really important that you get first a good website. And a good website doesn't mean you put thousands and thousands of dollars in there, but a good website means that you show that you care. So there's some very, very basics about good websites. Number one, you need first connect with your audience. You need to show them that you care. You need to have basic information there, and you need to have a call to action. Call to action means you need to know what's my audience, and you need to know what you want them to do when they are on your website, and what you, more important, want them to do when they're off your website. So it's the call to action, call me. It's the call to action, visit me in my shop. It's the call to action, buy here. So it depends on that, you need a different website. So every message in the internet has to have a different type of website. And I really urge you, I know everybody have a cousin who can do that, and everybody knows somebody. And I hear this, we have created more than 500 websites here in Hawaii. From the Chamber of Commerce of Hawaii till big organizations, to Jamba Juice and very, very small businesses. But what I see every time is that people you're gonna spend a certain amount in your website. The question is, are you spending now $500 and you're getting something crappy? And you get a lot of frustration and a lot of loss of time and loss of business, and later on you're gonna spend $3,000, $4,000 and you get it right. Or you talk to a professional at the first place and you get it right at the first place. You save a lot of frustration and you get more business.
I really enjoyed the event tonight. I learned a lot, especially Facebook, internet branding. Everything is so new to me, and I learned a lot.
I've heard Thomas and Waven speak on numerous occasions, and tonight they did a great job in presenting their ideas on websites and marketing and branding. Excellent.
I am a business owner of the Wax House here. I'm an independent licensed cosmetologist. I came here to learn a little bit more about digital marketing and also about print media, and the speakers tonight were awesome. I learned that there's so many different websites and search engines that you could use to be able to expand your business, as well as the social media, especially Twitter. I need to go and get on because people need to follow me. I need followers and I need loyal customers too. But everyone here is great. The audience is great too. It was really fun networking, and I enjoyed myself too.
Fabulous event, really exciting. I have been to many events about branding and social networking, but this one really gave me new information and new ideas to think about. Truly asking questions that forces me to think, and I think it's going to really help me.